if I had 10 minutes to share something to you, what would I share? There's been tons of things going through my head as I've been listening to Shay, because there's so much to share. But if there would be anything that I would really like you to leave this room today, would be the fact that if you have ever felt like you were stuck in a box, there is a way out. And now I can go, okay? Was that enough? No, kidding. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that for many reasons. One of them is because I've been stuck in a box. My God, I've been stuck in a box. If I just think about my life, and in all the many cases that I've wanted to step up in my life, I felt somehow that I was stuck. I'll give you one example. I was probably just a little kid when I felt stuck in a box, arguing with my mother. Now, I don't remember exactly why we were arguing, but I remember I was really cross at her. Really. She was holding me back. She was giving me some rules that I did not agree on. So what did I do? Probably I'm like 7 years old, if I remember it correctly. So I decided, that's it. I'm not going to be in this box. Absolutely not. So I go into the kitchen, I find myself some little picnic things, and I put that out. I saw, in the cartoons, like the one that you have that in a bag, and I put that on a stick, and out I go. I'm leaving home. That was it. In child's minds, I probably felt like I was walking for hours. But later in life, I checked the distance, and it was about 200 meters. And that's where I sat down. And I remember this so well. As I was sitting there, thinking about, my God, I am not going to go back home. I am pissed about this box. Then it really dawned on me. I couldn't do this. I absolutely couldn't do this. I couldn't go into the world all by myself. I couldn't go and survive in the world that was there. And at that point, exactly that point, I believe I decided that I was going to be free. That I was going to do anything that I could to have my freedom. And that's what I'm doing today. By the way, my parents, they don't remember this story at all. They say that I'm making it up, but I know I did it. And what did I do? Well, today, like Shay was saying, I'm the CEO of a group called the Changemakers. And just earlier this year, we were at the UN talking about how can this world basically reach the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And the conclusion that we saw that was, if we as a human being on this planet are going to do something, we're gonna live the life that we want for all of us, we have to leave those ugly boxes. And that is just that decision to leave the box at that place has totally transformed my life. Absolutely. So here's the thing that I've learned down the line. What was once something that you wanted to cling to, something that was really good for you in your life? It might have been a habit, it might have been a religion, it might have been friendship, whatever it is, does not mean that it's a good thing for you to bring it into the present nor into the future. And that's something that we can all do. That's something that we can all make a choice and have a choice about. I'm saying that because one of the things that I've noticed myself when it comes to the boxes is that so often they are so invisible. So invisible. Just me being a woman is one box. That I'm a white woman is another box. And you are judging me as you're looking at me at the moment. You're thinking, why did she have brown shoes with a black dress when she could have all black? We do this constantly. And that is something that I desperately want to change. Because deep down in my heart, I am about freedom. I am about freedom, and I am about not just me being free, but I want to set the world free. That you, all of us, can feel that we are valued for who we are. And have the freedom to express who we are without any limitations. I found out that my life's philosophy is actually linked to my name. And if we're gonna, I don't know if you noticed, but my name is Runa, R-U-N-A. And you have to roll your R's. No, I'm kidding. And it goes like this. R stands for reaction. We always have a choice. What is our reaction? I have noticed that my reaction has not always been correct. Believe me or not. I mean, just thinking about that time when I was in the public toilet in the US, thinking that the girl in the next booth was talking to me when she was actually talking to a phone on a phone. And it was really embarrassing, to be honest, as I was just doing my thing there in the toilet. But that was my reaction, and it wasn't right reaction, not at all. I still laugh at it, but it was not a right one. My reaction is basically the outcome that I will get from any situation. And that's something that I have a choice on. U, next letter. Understanding. I found it's vitally important that I make the effort to understand myself and others. And I've noticed that I have to understand myself and how I function first, really well, so that I can go ahead and I can understand others. When I understand others, I manage to have that connection, that really, really good connections that lasts. I've also noticed, and many of you might now be really crossed at me when I say this, that I recently found out, speaking of understanding, this thing about treat other people like you want to be treated. Who said that? Why on earth should I treat you the way that I want to be treated? It has nothing to do with you. It all has to do with me. So I think the moment that I make the effort to understand you, then I can treat you like you want to be treated. And I can value you for who you are. And being natural. If I can stand up and I can just be who I am, and which is something that I love to see people being able to do, that's really when I'm in my flow. So natural and believing that I can do that and I can be in my natural flow is vitally important for me. And then finally, A. There is actually an abundance for us all. There is an abundance in this world. There is nothing that you are lacking. Absolutely nothing. In fact, there is more than you can think of. There is an Icelandic, I often say this when I'm speaking abroad. The word in Icelandic for perfect means, if I translate it directly, being fully present. Now, with that in mind, can we all be perfect? Yeah? Yeah. If we are fully present. So the boxes and getting out of the boxes and being yourself and finding your value and having freedom to do and express who you are, that's my thing. And just one last nugget that I want to leave you with, and that has to do with the fear of leaving boxes and going into something unknown. Remind yourself, it's gonna be okay. You're never gonna get out of this life alive anyway.